How to fix Resident Evil Requiem not launching error. Welcome back, tech lovers, to another Teknobalta fix. Today we fix a very frustrating issue with Resident Evil Requiem. Are you trying to dive into the horror but constantly facing errors like this? You're not alone. Many users have reported this exact problem, especially those using shared accounts. This is a widespread issue that can really dampen your gaming spirits, right? You try to launch the game, expecting the chilling atmosphere and intense action of Resident Evil Requiem. But instead, you're met with a persistent error message. It just crashes instantly or refuses to start, leaving you staring at your desktop rather than the game menu. This error is particularly common for players who have purchased or are using shared Steam accounts. You might be thinking, what did I do wrong, or is my account broken? Don't panic, guys. We're going to clarify what's happening here and get you back into the game. The core of this problem lies with Denuvo, a powerful anti-tamper and digital rights management, or DRM, technology. Denuvo is designed to prevent piracy and unauthorized access to games. It protects games by monitoring device activations. It checks if the game is being run on too many different computers within a certain time frame. When multiple users access a single shared Steam account to play a Denuvo-protected game like Resident Evil Requiem, Denuvo often interprets this rapid, diverse device activity as suspicious. It sees many different IP addresses and hardware configurations trying to launch the same game on the same account. This quickly triggers its internal limits, locking out further activations. Essentially, Denuvo's protection mechanism flags your attempt as potentially unauthorized. It puts a temporary block on the game launch for that specific account and device combination. So, you're getting this error not because of a flaw in your system, but because of Denuvo's activation limits being met. The system gets overloaded with too many login attempts from different locations, and it just says, "Nope, not today." Here is the fix, step by step, to get you past this hurdle. First, understand that patience is a crucial part of this solution. I know, it's tough when you just want to play, but Denuvo's activation limits often reset after a set period. Many users have reported that waiting anywhere from 24 to 48 hours after your initial failed attempts can resolve the issue. This waiting period allows Denuvo's system to reset its device token count. Think of it as Denuvo taking a breather, allowing the system to clear its cache of device activations. So, if you just got access to a shared account and it's not working, try again the next day or even the day after that. Don't repeatedly try to launch it every few minutes. This can sometimes even prolong the lockout period. Give it a solid 24 hours before your next attempt. Now, some users have discovered that the exact time you attempt to launch the game can also play a significant role. Why is this? Because Denuvo's limits often reset at specific times, which can be linked to the game's original launch schedule or regional time zones. For instance, some players found success by trying to log in during early morning hours, around 8:30 a.m. local time. Other users had luck in the evening, specifically between 5:50 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. It's not an exact science, but these times might coincide with Denuvo's daily reset cycles for available tokens. So, after your waiting period, pick one of these suggested times and make your attempt. This means you need to ensure your Steam client is in online mode for this initial launch. Open your Steam client on your PC. Look at the top left corner of the Steam window. You'll see a menu option labeled Steam. Click on it. From the drop-down menu that appears, select Go Online if you are currently in offline mode. Confirm that your Steam status is set to online. Then, navigate to your library, find Resident Evil Requiem, and click Play. If the game launches, even if it's just to the main menu for a minute or two, you have successfully acquired a Denuvo token. This is your golden ticket. Once you have successfully launched the game online, you can then switch Steam to offline mode. This is a critical step to ensure uninterrupted gameplay moving forward. By playing in offline mode, you bypass any further Denuvo checks that might be triggered by other users on the shared account. To switch to offline mode, again, click on Steam in the top left corner of the client. From the drop-down menu, select Go Offline. Steam will then restart in offline mode. It might ask you to confirm if you want to restart in offline mode. Click Restart in offline mode. Once Steam is in offline mode, you should be able to launch and play Resident Evil Requiem without encountering the Denuvo error again. You can play for as long as you like, without worrying about shared account conflicts. This method effectively isolates your game session from the frequent Denuvo checks. It gives you the freedom to enjoy Resident Evil Requiem without those frustrating interruptions. However, there's one very important caveat you need to be aware of. If Resident Evil Requiem receives a game update from the developers, Denuvo might require a new online verification or a fresh Denuvo token. This means that after an update, you might need to repeat the process of logging in online during a favorable window, then switching back to offline mode. So, if you're playing offline and see an update notification, be prepared for this possibility. You might want to consider disabling automatic updates for Resident Evil Requiem within Steam. This way, you can control when the game updates and avoid unexpected Denuvo reactivations. This is a common workaround for many Denuvo-protected games on shared accounts. It's not ideal, but it's the most reliable way to ensure you can play the game you paid for. So, in summary, be patient for 24 to 48 hours if you encounter the error initially. Try launching the game online at specific times, like early morning or late evening. Once you successfully launch it online, immediately switch Steam to offline mode for continued play. And remember to be mindful of game updates. Now you're equipped to bypass the Denuvo shared account lockout for Resident Evil Requiem. Problem solved, tech lovers. If this detailed fix helped you dive back into the game, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to Teknobalta for more in-depth tech solutions and gaming fixes. Stay optimized, stay gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.